All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the afternoon stream. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the afternoon stream. The music is not working right now. It's not working right now, so we'll see. See what happens here. All right, so we had a pretty solid AM stream this morning. Pretty solid AM stream. It was pretty easy. Like if you were bullish today, you definitely won. We swept down here. We took out yesterday's low, tapped into that daily gap again, got a strong buy sequence, broke out of opening range for a rally gap, right? Got long, and then pretty much just ripped up off of that. So pretty easy morning for NQ. ES as well. It did lag a little bit, but this morning I did trade my fundeds and my live, so yeah, pretty good day. This afternoon I'll probably just do some eval trading since I'm pretty green on the day already. So, and so far, after that initial rip up, we've just been chopping. We've been just in this area right here. All right. So, not really out of that yet. Let's go to the hourly. Let's go to the hourly here. So, we did tap this little internal high right here. Did tap that internal high. One second. There we go. After that, our next push is really up into this hourly gap right here, the small hourly gap. Do we want to pull back before that? If we do, we got this big 1 hour fair value gap to pull back into. So we might want to do that. We might want to rebalance into that gap before we push higher. So, we'll see. Here's that hourly gap right here. Keep that in mind. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, might want to pull back into that. We'll see. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah. So okay, cool. The 15-minute time frame, 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, very ugly afternoon session so far. That's why I kind of delayed the stream to see if we can start moving before I started it. But yeah, we're just right in this area, just chopping. Yeah, really not much we can do here. As of right now, we need to start moving. So power hour isn't in. It's in about 8 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see what we get here. Let me see if the music is working yet. It was not working earlier. No, not yet. Not yet. What's up, RZ? How's it going? I hope everyone was pretty green this morning. If you were bullish, I'm sure you were green. So right now we're just in this area right here. We're just in this area. So for me to take something, we're gonna have to get out of this area. All right. You can see to the tick, we tapped that high to the tick. So we did make equal highs. So I'm sure we'll go take that out. eventually, but you got a fever? Oh no. Uh-oh. That's no bueno. Tomorrow is a half day in the market, so it'll be closing at 1:15 Eastern. So we'll see if we can get something tomorrow morning to end the week, because obviously Friday's 4th of July, so there's no trading then. Right now, market's just kind of just chopping. I don't really think anyone should be trading right now. I'm not seeing much. Right, like something that I would like to see. Like, okay, so here's what I need to get into a trade. This is what I need. So we got this hourly gap, right? I want price to run down into this, displacing hard. Right, take out some liquidity. Take out this maybe even this. Take that out and then snap. Just start snapping back up, and then we get long off the inverse right here. All right. That's kind of what I would do. So it would be something like this. Stop kind of just at that low and then just start targeting those highs. So something like that. The trade this morning was pretty solid. It was right over here. Got long right there. So the indicator. If you guys don't know, the opening range, the Orb ICT indicator has a new update, so you can now filter in your sweeps, your Asia and London sweeps. All right. I'm going to add even more updates to that as well, so stay tuned for that. It is free too. It's completely free. Check ES. So ES just took out London high. Yeah, ES just took out London high right here. Let me turn this thing on. What's up, Sonia? How's it going? Yeah, so ES just swept London. That's some. Yeah, okay, cool. So see how it's drawing the sweeps right there, right? So that's from the indicator, drawing the sweeps. So like, yesterday on ES was a perfect example, right here. All right, so if we go in here to the indicator, all right, so let's say we want it to take a trade after we get a sweep. So scroll down to entry model, click London. See, London sweep. So you break out of orb, get the London sweep, boom, right? So, yeah. That's the indicator. It's completely free. Price is not moving. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Price is not moving at all. I'm very glad. Price is moving great this morning, and we caught that awesome long play. We caught that awesome long play for about like, 50 points? Yeah, like we caught like 50 points. So, pretty solid trade this morning. Now, the market's just dead. Market's just going sideways right now. So, what I'm looking for to take a trade, this is what I need. I need price to run down, grab liquidity, snap back up, and get the inversion, and then go long. That's what I need. That's what I need for me to do something. All right? Something like this. If we don't get that, I will not take a trade. Where do I download this indicator? So the indicator, you go to, all you got to do is join my Discord. All right, link for that is in the description below. Join the Discord, and then look for the free indicators channel. There's a free indicators channel in the Discord. Just click that. You can grab it right there. So just join the Discord, and you'll see the free indicator channel. It's in there. How long do you tend to stream? Probably another 45 minutes to an hour, depending on if we get some action here. If we just continue going sideways for the next 20, 30 minutes, I'll probably hop off early. But if we do start getting some movement, then I will stay on longer until market close. So, it just depends on if we get some action. We do have power hour in 2 minutes, 1 minute and 45 seconds. So let's see if we can get some action there. I'm sure we will. Just, is that action going to run us up, or is it going to pull us back, right? Or is it going to pull us back, then run up, right? If we do get a sharp pullback, then we are going to look to go long, just like yesterday's afternoon session, right? Let's go take a look at that over here. Yesterday's afternoon session, we did catch a nice long as well. Yeah, right here on this pullback. So we pulled back, rebalanced. We took out this low right here. See this low? Took it out. Got the inversion. We got long right there. We got out somewhere up here. Yeah, pretty much at this peak right here. A more aggressive entry would have been this. I was looking at this yesterday after the stream. Right here, this would have been a more aggressive off this inversion, you know. But yeah, we did take the safer one right here. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking for in the afternoon is like if we do get nice little run up and we do get a sharp snap back and then a strong buy sequence, I'm gonna look to continue that, right? So I'm gonna kind of look for the same thing today. So yeah. Yeah, so guys, there's no music on the stream today because it's not loading. It is not loading. Yeah, still not loading here. Let me see. Let me check something. Oh wait, we got some music. We got it. The music's going, guys. We're good. Price action is terrible. Yes, it is. Price action is terrible. Price action was great this morning. We had great delivery this morning. And now we're just kind of going sideways. Maybe this last hour, power hour, we might get some action. So we'll see. If we do, we'll trade it. If not, then no trades. We're already super green on the day, so no need to put on risk. How did everyone do today? Were you guys green? Were you guys red? If we get 10 likes, can I win an account? If we get 35 likes, and we'll do an account giveaway. I usually do all my Apex giveaways in the morning on the morning stream. I usually do all the giveaways then, but on the afternoon stream, if we hit 35 likes, I will do a giveaway. I'll do a double. I'll do 2 in a day. Well, sometimes it's 2. Like we don't always give away an account in the morning. If we do at least 1 a week, at least. I think last week, we did like 3 last week or something. Or was it 1? I don't know. Let's see, green and red. Green on the eval. Nice, nice. So we are kind of pushing up here a little bit. We are kind of pushing up. As you guys can see this here, let's kind of zoom in and see what's going on. So, I mean, not much. It's like 18 points. Not much going on. Yeah, like look at this on the 5-minute. I am still bullish. I am still bullish to this gap, right? But like, I don't really just want to start getting long right here. I would want us to snap down below this liquidity and then run up. But we are getting a push right here. We are getting a push to these equal highs. It looks like we are going to tap it. We will see. Do an hourly gap. That's our next target, is this hourly gap right here. Tap into that gap. Probably gap fill that thing. And then other than that, we're looking for yesterday's high. Nice little buy sequence right here. Let's see how we react. What's up, Srini? What's up? I probably said that wrong, but Let's see if we can push up here. See if we can push up. Tap that equal high. Yeah, we'll hit it. We will hit it. Manipulation. I don't know yet. You know, I am bullish on the day, but I feel like we would need a pull. Well, for me to get in, I would need to pull back hard here and then look for that long up. You know, because we did take a trade this morning down here, a pretty solid long trade. So we are pretty green on the day, but I am bullish. You know, I am bullish to this hourly gap. I think we will fill this hourly gap right here during the session. I think so. But for me to get long, I would need us to slam here, slam hard, and then snap back up. I don't really just want to get long right here. You know, that's not what I want to do. It could be, you know, it could be manipulation to the downside. Could be manipulation. I was there in that live stream. Beautiful trade. Yeah. Great trade. This could be manipulation for that pullback. You know, we could just take out that high and start slamming down. And then boom, you know, we could do something like that. We'll see. See how we react right here. You need to manipulate. You need price to go to 780. 780. It's pretty much your London high. All right, guys, you know what? We will lower the likes for the giveaway. We'll lower it to 30 today. 30 likes. 30 likes, guys, for the Apex giveaway. So we just took out that high right there. You know, let's see how we react off these fair value gaps. See how we react. We did inverse that one. Let's see what we do with these. Yeah, 780 is London high. Yeah. The indicator drew the sweep right here. So far, the sellers aren't really speeding it up. You know, so far we are kind of just holding here. Now, if they're like super aggressive bullish and you don't think we're going to get that pullback, if we do start popping up here a little bit and close like right here, then maybe you could look to do that, but you would need that confirmation. You would need that confirmation for that trade, which we do not have yet. We're still pulling back. So we'll see. Thanks for making life better. No problem. No problem. Let's see. So we are kind of holding that. You know, we might form this 5-minute gap. We got 2 minutes left. Let's see what happens with this. Yeah, let's see if we form this gap. Let's check ES. What's ES doing? So ES just took out that London high. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Nice, nice. Quarterly theory concept. This price is not really pulling up yet. Still kind of pulling into this area. We do have 1 minute left for this gap. Let's see if we do form it or if we do fill the gap before we form. So we'll see. Let's see. Looks like we are gonna fill the gap first. Okay, so that gap will get filled. It's a very small gap, but it's there. Here's a 3 minute right there. So so you can see we're kind of pulling back into that. Let's see if we do push higher off this. Or if we inverse. True afternoon zone is 8:18. Nice. Slamming down here, slamming down. Yes, not really slamming down. Let's see. So we did take out that high, that internal high. We did take it out, those equal highs. We are slamming down here. We are inversing this 3 minute gap. If you guys really want to get like super aggressive, this is like an idea right here. Something like this. At least to that low. Or back to the gap. Yeah, like that's an idea. I'm not gonna take it, but I don't really want to put on risk in this area. Let's see. Yeah, so there's that 3 minute inversion. Tyler Trade says, I'm actually a decent trader. Yeah, I mean, like that's the problem with probably 90% of the traders out there, is they always want to be in a trade. They can't stick to it. They can be patient for a little bit, but then when market looks horrible, they can't be patient. When the market's good, they can be patient. When it's bad, they can't be patient. So you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn to wait for your trade, take your trade, use proper sizing. No matter the outcome, that's it. You can't control the outcome or how many trades you get. You can get 10 in a week. You can get 3, right? What's up, Tamara? Waiting for the 5-minute gap to get inversed. I'm not in this trade right now. I'm not in. I don't want to put on risk since it was pretty green this morning. From longing this whole move. Well, not the entire move, but I got about 50 points. But yeah, this could work. This 3-minute inversion back to this gap, at least to this low right here. This could work. It took out that high, just like a healthy pullback. Overall, I am still bullish. I think this is kind of like the next bullish target is this 1 hour gap fill. So like here. But we might want to pull back before we do that. We might want to so. Two evals for Apex that I have not lost in the trade-in. That's good. That's good. Very good. So we do have a BPR right here on the 3-minute. All right, a 3-minute BPR right here. So if we do inverse that, okay, that might tell us, okay, we're probably gonna go higher here. We might just kind of inverse that and just do like, something like that. If we inverse that, if we hold it, then we, you could probably look for, what we're looking for now. So something like that. We'll do this. We'll just take it from this thing. So, first area would kind of be this right here, and we'd really kind of look for this gap fill down here. But yeah, but this isn't real. I'm not actually in. I'm not actually in. I don't have funded accounts on this trade. I don't have live accounts on this trade. It's just the sim. No risk this afternoon. Put on risk this morning. Got our trade. Got out. We're chilling this week. Am I in a trade? I am in a sim trade right now. I'm not in a live or funded trade. For 2 reasons. 1, I don't like the range that we're in. 2, green this morning, so very green this morning. So mainly because of the range that we're in. So. Guys, 30 likes, we'll do an Apex giveaway on stream. We're at 16. We're more than halfway there. Screen's pretty blurry. Let me check. Let me check my screen. Yeah, mine does look a little bit more blurry than usual. like nothing crazy, but just a tad. I mean, like it's pretty clear. Maybe a tad, just a tad bit fuzzy, but you never got to win the count. Yep, on the sim trade, short. Do I know how many people? Yes, I know that there are 26 viewers right now. Kind of pushing lower here. Kind of pushing lower. Break even will be either this wick or this wick, depending on price. You think Timmy's gonna win? Yeah, I mean Timmy's won 2 weeks in a row. He won 2 accounts in the last 2 weeks. Snapping back up here. Check ES. There's the inversion on ES right there. So we did take this low out right here. We did take out this low. If we do inverse this BPR right here, it probably go higher, honestly. Probably will go higher, but you know, we are in this range right here. We are just in this range, even though we did take out high. You know, we're still in here. So overall, I am bullish to this hourly gap right here. You know, I was just wanting to see if we can get that pop down to this gap, so we can look to go long from there. But yeah, like I said, this is not, you know, I'm not in on this on funded accounts or live accounts, just a paper. You know, I'm already super green this morning, so I don't really want to put on risk, especially in these conditions. So, but you know, we'll see what happens here. See what happens. Very, very ugly afternoon session, guys. Very ugly afternoon session. Check this right. Yeah, no, this is looking like it's gonna go higher right here. Yes. We'll see. It depends on where this closes in a minute 40. If this closes above that inverse gap, probably higher. If we do reject and slam lower, then you know, it'd still be a little bit bearish on it. But same with the NQ. ES looks a little bit better in my opinion though. Tagging that BPR right there. on the 5 minutes. If we inverse that, here, let's use this one. Any better? Yeah, so that one, if we inverse that, probably higher. But we are ranging, so really no reason to take any trades here. Any real trades. So see how we're tapping that 5 minute gap, right? The VPR as well. We want to see us reject off that, which we kind of are. You can kind of see on the 1 minute. We just want to see that continuation through. I'll be a lot more confident in this short if we do start continuing through this low right here. That would mean that we just kind of rejected the 5 minute and pushing lower. Check ES real quick. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I don't know, like NQ is kind of leading on these moves right here. Like overall, I do like it for higher for this gap. You know, I feel like we will hit this either during the session or tonight, or maybe, you know, overnight. But I would like a pullback here first to go. You know, we might just go hit it now. Who knows? But I'll see where this thing closes. If we do close up above this, probably just tap out. You know, for something like that, maybe. But we got 3.5 minutes here. So yeah, everyone that's new here, the main stream is in the morning in the Discord, so that's completely free. You can join. The link for the Discord's in the description below. That's where we trade. That's where we do most of our trading. The funded accounts, the live accounts, right? All that good stuff is in there. So yeah, if you guys do want to join that, it's free. You can go ahead and join the Discord. Link in the description. We are still holding this. We are holding the little BPR, right? We are still holding it. Can we flip lower and start pushing down? Let's see. We do have a gap right here, this little 1 minute gap. See if we can inverse that, right? See if we can get some good delivery here. We do only have about 30 minutes left in the session, so, you know, I don't know. You know, maybe people will start taking some profits, start slamming down a little bit here. We'll see. You know, I'm kind of looking for what happened yesterday, right? Where is it? Right off this push, right? Slam down lower. You can see it on ES too. Probably better on ES. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Push up, slam right there, and snap back up. So that's where we got long. We got long on the MNQ version. Somewhere in here off a 1 minute inversion. So, you know, we did reject that 5 minute right there, that 5 minute gap. All right, we did reject it. We want to see us continue lower past this low. If we can do that, that'll be a sign of that'll give us a more probability of hitting this. All right, but we are in this range, so we might just kind of chop around in here. Who knows? Oh, ES. Look at ES. So ES pushing lower. NQ is not really pushing that much lower. Okay. So that is some SMT. Check the 5. Yeah, so there's a 5 minute. Okay, cool. You can see ES took out London high. The indicator drew the London sweep. There's your 5 minute inversion right there. All right, so there's that. But here's the NQ. Just chopping right now. I wouldn't recommend putting any risk on. See if we can get a strong sell sequence through this low right here. So honestly, like the stop will probably be like anywhere just kind of like that closes up here above that gap. So it's really something like that. But you know, just gotta wait for that closure. So it could be here, it could be here, it could be up here. You know, but we'll just leave it for that now. But it's really like something like that. We do have equal lows right here on NQ. Price might want to hit those. We also have equal lows right here on the gap, on top of the gap. So you know, we'll see. All right, so see how we're not making a low, but then look at ES making that low. So you know, it's a little bullish divergence right there. A little bullish divergence. So we'll see. To invalidate that bullish divergence, we'll have to break this low pretty fast. If we can break this fast, that'll be good. Look at that. Look at that. Bearish candle there, bullish candle there. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. We did slightly inverse that 1 minute. You know, we just want price to stay below that gap and start running down. Let's see if we can do it. It is a pretty good R trade. It is a pretty good R trade, so you know, kind of doing this right now. See this? Which way, guys? Which way is it gonna go? It is. It is holding strong, especially for being so small too. But you know, we'll see. We will see. So here's kind of like this is what we're looking at right here. So you got these two. We're sandwiched. We're sandwiched between these two gaps. Right. So we gotta if we inverse this one, we're probably going lower. If we inverse this, we're going higher. So it's really that simple, which, you know, I do not really like to trade between two fair value gaps like that are just sandwiched. So again, this is just a sim trade. This is a sim trade. I'm not in live. I'm not in funded right now, right? We are chopping. There's not really any good delivery, so there's no reason to put on risk. Yeah, this morning was the time to put on risk. Down here, this is good delivery right here. This is where you should trade. Not this. Yeah, so you can see right there, could not break that low, could not break that 5-minute gap. ES is looking good. ES is looking good for higher. It's looking good for higher. Just by the way we're moving, like I would have to say we're probably gonna make a new high now, especially on ES. You know, we'll see, right? If we can continue to hold that gap right there, then yeah, you know, we'll probably slam down. But if the second we start closing above that and inversing, probably going higher. Usually when you have great delivery during New York AM, you usually have pretty slow delivery during afternoon. So, you know. That's not the case all the time, obviously. And we're still in this right here. We're still in this thing right here. You can see this. So if we can inverse the 5-minute gap, yeah, we'll probably run lower here. So, you know, the thing is, we just have to start pushing lower, right? See, like putting that low, lower high, right? It's gotta push lower. It's gotta do it. If you guys had to choose one way, do you guys think it's gonna hit this first, this area, or do you guys think it's gonna hit this area first? If you guys had to choose one, high or low? Low? High? High, okay, 2. High is 2. Oh, it's tied. Low has 2. 2 points for low, 2 points for high. I think the overall target is high, but I think we might want to take out some liquidity before we tag that high. If we break this right here and start pushing higher, then yeah, then I'll be confident that we're going higher. But until we do that, I'm gonna say lower. Until we do that. Once we break this, yeah, high, confirmed. But then as long as we stay below this, low. Market closes in about 20 minutes here, guys. Market closes in about 20 minutes. We'll probably close out this position in like 2 minutes. Yeah, see this? Look at this. Low, lower, high, lower, high. You know, I mean, same thing here. Higher, low, right? Or, wait, lower, lower, high, wait. Higher, no, sorry. Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. Lower, high, lower, high. Yeah, I had it backwards. ES is, ES is putting in a floor right here. Like, ES loves to do this. It's so robotic. Like, look at this, to the tick. All that, right? It's to the tick. It's so weird. It happens a lot when there's low volume on ES. We can break this low. It would give us a chance. Put in equal lows. Put in equal lows right there. See that? Yo, this thing's gonna pop one way or the other. Like this thing is gonna go one way or the other before market close. Let's see if we can break this low right here. Snapping up right there. The murder algo's kicking in, guys. The murder algo is kicking in. Last 20 minutes of market open, it's gonna start stopping everyone out. That's what it's gonna do. The only reason why I'm still holding this is because it's sim. You know, it doesn't matter. So that's the only reason. I'm not in live. I'm not in funded. So. We got no risk on the table, so let's just see which one plays out. Break that low, break the low, break it. Break this. Breaking it. We want to see continuation, not a liquidity grab. Remember, we do not want to just grab liquidity and push. We want to see that continuation down. We don't want the murder algo to kick in, so we're gonna put the stop at break even, and whatever happens, happens. That's it. That's it, guys. Risk is off on the sim. There's no risk in the first place because it was sim, but now we're at stops at break even, and we're gonna let it go, guys. We're gonna let it go. We'll take 2 off here. Take 2 off at that level. Stops are break even. We'll take off 2 right here, and then the other 2 down here. Tapped it to the tick. See, this is one thing why I don't. One reason why I don't like trading on TradingView too is because like your fills are horrible. Your fills are garbage on TradingView. I mean, like, that thing hit it, you know? It just didn't fill. Break even is right there for 120 bucks. And break even tagged right there. Cancel all these. All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, pretty slow afternoon session, right? But that's because our AM session was nuts, right? That's why we had, you know, great delivery this morning, choppy afternoon, right? So I'm very glad that we were able to capitalize this morning during the AM stream in the Discord. Yeah, we got long for about 50 points. But yeah, you know, great trading today, guys. Very great trading. Very green this morning. So, you know, I'll hop off here in a few minutes. Apex is 80% off right now. Take Profit Trader 40% off. Bullnox is 83% off. On all those prop firms, you can use code GC Trading for the best discount always right here. But yeah, you know, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the Discord or in the comment section. And if you haven't joined the Discord already, go ahead and join that. I'll be live tomorrow morning in the Discord. And let's do the giveaway before we end the day. Let's see, should we do it now? Should we do it tomorrow morning? We'll do one. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow morning. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you know, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the Discord. Adios.